I'm also happy to report that my first ever cavity, my first ever filling, I think yesterday was 3 weeks, or Saturday was 3 weeks. It finally, 3 weeks or 4 weeks, I don't know, but it finally is to the point where it's not like, I think it's finally just, it feels normal now. But it took a few weeks, and I've been having to sleep. I have like a mouth guard that I've used for years because I have at nighttime, um, I will clench my teeth and get like headaches. Not all the time, but um, periodically. If I wake up, I can feel it when I wake up. It'd be like, oh, I must have been clenching my jaw all night. So the doctor actually recommended this a few years ago for me, and I had to use this because apparently after I got my filling, I was doing this for like the first week, and oh my god, like I had full on pain from all the way back here all the way down, and it was like you could every single tooth felt like it was just throbbing, and I was just biting down, and that nerve, and then that whole ligament, tendon, everything along the jawline. But I'm finally feeling normal again. Like the last couple of days, I think the residuals pain has finally worn off, and I feel pretty normal, which is good. That was my first ever filling. All right. What do I want to work on now? I probably need to keep pushing quest lines, because I don't want to invest a lot of time building here, because this is all going to get torn down, and I'm going to build something really cool somewhere else. And I also don't want to expand this base too much more. I want to go find a really cool place in the mountains, and that requires me to explore the game. Yeah, sidekick. So, speaking of nerve pain, you ruptured a disc, a back injury hurt like hell in my ankle. Yeah, so like, Ogrenaut had asked about my leg. So I had a fall last May, so a year plus ago, where I fell and I did the splits and I fell backwards, and it was not good. And the left leg in the what is it called, the abductor, the inner thigh. It's the abductor tendon area. It's up against the left testicle. It's in that part of the inner thigh region, and I tore the ligaments, the tendons, and some of the nerves. It was a bad splits. It was a bad fall, and I basically couldn't walk for. It was bad. Like I was at the I went to the hospital. Um, I was having uncontrollable leg shakes, and the pain was so bad that there was a couple of times I was in bed, and my leg would just start uncontrollably spasming, and it would send my whole left side, where the arm would start spasming while the leg was spasming, and I would have to just collapse into bed. Um, I went to the hospital like 4 different times. Dude, it was gnarly. And then in January, I was finally able to get to see a specialist, and then that sent me to another specialist in February. And that guy, I've got this up on the YouTube channel member section for channel members. I was talking about this. Like they gave me like a 4-inch needle injection into the inner thigh. Dude, that was probably the most painful thing in my life. He filled up a syringe with like antiseptic and anti-inflammatories, and he just was like, "This is gonna hurt." And he laid down, and his assistant, it was gnarly, dude. So the doctor's like laying on top of my upper body, and then his assistant is like holding my left leg up against the wall, and I'm laid out on this gurney, and then he doesn't numb it or anything. He just swabs it with iodine, and then sticks that needle in my fucking leg and just injects me full of the anti-inflammatory everything. And that was quite possibly one of the worst days of my life. That was in February, and then I started physical therapy in March. I did physical therapy March, April, into May, and then the stupid physical therapist. No, I shouldn't say the stupid physical therapist. The physical therapist had to close their office. They'd been there 42 years, and the building got condemned because it was falling apart. And it took them 3 months to find a new building. And they just called us last week to say, hey, we're finally accepting, you know. But the good thing is that the 3 months of physical therapy I took worked so well that I was finally able to start walking again like normal. And then the exercises they gave me over the past 3 months that I've been waiting for them to get new offices have been every day I'm getting slightly better, slightly better. So I'm still having residual stuff, but dude, it was bad last year. Nerve pain is no joke because you can't control it. Like, I'll never forget like laying in my bed and like collapsing and like my whole left side of my body is like doing this and it's uncontrollable. You literally can't control it because your nerves are just firing off and my leg and my arm are doing this and Chris is like, "Oh my god, you're having a seizure." Um I don't know. They gave me all sorts of stuff, Lou, long term. They gave me a ton of different painkillers to try. They gave me one of the pills they gave me is what they give women after childbirth. I forget what it's called now. I'd have to go look it up. But it was like it's a full on um, to numb the spine pain and everything. I forget what it's called, but it's like an opiate type prescription um, painkiller. And that one you take it and within 5 minutes, I mean it's a fast acting, and then it just everything goes numb. I only took it a couple of times when I was having like the full seizures. Um, Not a fun time last year. Nerve injuries are no joke, for real. I had never had a debilitating injury before in my life until that. And now I'm just like, oh my god. That Hoyt. I don't care about spells. Do I think I can work on this now? Let's try this. Oh, I need another, let's make a list. Gabapentin. They gave me some of that too. Yep. Resin times 5. Penny bun times 5. Bones times 5. Shroud liquid times 5. Spark. Animal fur. Oh, thank you, Mojo Dojo. I forgot all about that. Pen the recipe. Ha ha ha! Thank you. Dude, I didn't even know that. I didn't see that. Oh, that's hilarious. Okay. Well, let's grab. I said 5 resin. 5 animal fur. Five bones. Five penny buns, shroud liquids. I don't know if those are in this chest though. Yes, magic chests are a massive upgrade when they happen. Spark. For those of you who have played long term, is the flame level universal? Like, I don't have to do it for every flame, do I? Or I don't have to do it for every one of these, do I? Isn't the flame level universal? So like once you do it, it's the whole server. What's up, Deeks? Yeah, global benefits. It even tells me gain global benefits. Okay. You require happy survivors to strengthen the flame. Find lost souls and provide them with sheltered beds. Oh, so that's the next level. Oh, they've a whole lot more stuff that's required now to do the next upgrade. How do I unpin that? There we go. Yeah, you do have to earn. But I will say that one of the nice things, thanks for the resub over on Twitch, Fast Track. I just caught that a couple minutes behind. Fast Track says, love your love for the games, as it's like me at 49. I'm still a kid in a sweet shop when I hear new releases. You're goddamn right. Never grow old. Never let your inner child die. That is a great comment, Fast Track. Third month in a row over on Twitch. I really appreciate the repeat support. Glad you're finding continued enjoyment over the months. Yeah, I will fight tooth and nail until the day they put me in the grave with people who say stupid things about how they don't like video games, or they don't like Star Wars, they don't like Star Trek, or they don't like Middle Earth. They've lost their love. I'm gonna fight against that tooth and nail. JK says almost 62, still gaming. You're goddamn right, sir. Oh, and then JK turns around and celebrates 5th month of membership over on YouTube. Bum bum! Bam bam! Thank you guys. Appreciate it. Yeah, it's really a personal choice whether or not you choose to lose your love for video games or not. That's right, Fast Track. The one that people say gaming is dead, and I'm like, no, you've just lost your inner child. There was somebody on TikTok recently said it slightly differently, and I think I mentioned this a couple streams ago. I was watching a podcast talking. I think I was talking about Alien Earth, and it was 3 podcast hosts. One of them was a woman and 2 men, and she was telling the other guys that maybe it was Star Trek. I can't remember what it was, but she was basically telling the 2 co-hosts, I can't help it that you guys don't like this show. I love this show. It's just the 2 of you have lost your sense of wonder. And I was like pointing at the screen like that Leonardo DiCaprio meme from the Hollywood Indiana, but from the last Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. That meme when he's like pointing at the screen, snapping his fingers. I literally felt like that. Like you've lost your sense of wonder, and I'm like Alabizi says someone gave me a hard time yesterday for wearing a Star Wars shirt at 37 years old. Almost administered a swift backhand, but the wife stood me down. Yeah, some people just, yeah, it's unfortunate. There is no upper age limit. That's right. Joe California says 56 here. Will keep playing for as long as I'm able. Yeah, I mean, my only fear right now is honestly, I am starting to feel eye strain on a daily basis when I do longer streams, and some of it is probably just I've put in so many hours over the last. I probably need to get glasses. Is what it comes down to. That's my only fear as I've started to get older is like eyesight issues, and I think that affects many people. I've had perfect vision my whole life, and I've started to feel eye strain, and I'm having, the last few months, like trying to, like my phone. I used to be able to read my phone right here, and like right here, and now I've got to put my phone down here to see what's on it, and I've had to increase the text size of my phone, and it's like, all that combined with eye strain when I do longer stream days. Like yesterday was a long stream day, and I'm feeling it today. Like today, I'm like I've got like you can feel it up in here. Um, that's the only thing that concerns me as I've gotten older is like hopefully I don't. I think it's normal to have vision. Your muscles get tired, worn out over time. As long as I don't ever lose my eyesight, knock on wood, that would be the one thing that'd be like no, because you got to be able to see the video games to play them. Yeah, I think Chris and I have talked about it recently. I think I'm gonna. These are just blue light. I think it's time for me to actually go to a doctor and say, hey, might be time for a prescription. Yeah, Ali B, it's like I'm definitely starting to feel it because I've been spending 12 to 14 hours a day in front of this monitor. I mean, really, since I started doing anything online, but with serious intent, I would say 2014 because that's when I went into game dev. And so I was spending just all day, every day in front of the monitor since 2014. So it's been about 11 years now where it's just been every day, 12 to 14 hours a day. And I'll tell you when I started feeling it was Tainted Grail. Tainted Grail was the game that pushed me over the edge a few months ago because the frame rates were so bad that like I was getting headaches while playing that game. And I know a lot of other people complained about it as well because just the performance was so bad. And that I just haven't ever like recovered from that. And what I probably need to do before I go get glasses is I should probably just take like 3 or 4 days off and just not do anything and just be like, go off with Chris somewhere. And we've talked about it, but we don't have anybody to watch the animals is the unfortunate thing. But it would be great to be like, just take 3 or 4 days off and just go on a little mini vacation, rest the eyes, you know. But we can't get away from the animals, so it's like, whatever, I'll just. The only one that really bothers me is when I have to do like a text heavy game. Like this one's not too bad, but like last night playing Lord of the Rings Online because I streamed that for like an hour and a half and then I played with my family for an hour and a half and that was at the end of like a 12-hour day. That game was killing me last night. I was like squinting going, I can't fucking read. And it doesn't help that they don't have scaling on the text with Lotro. So it's like I'm squinting going, Jesus, like I got a big monitor, but I like got to get up. It is what it is. Yeah, right, Gray. I mean, perfect vision until something, and hit mid 40s, and now it's like, yep. Yeah, my reaction times are shit these days. That's why I play story-based games a lot. Or put it on easy mode. I don't care about that. I do need to think about getting magic chests. What do I need to do to get magic chests? Lots of spores, essentially. And I need mycelium, so we need to go down into the shroud. I think I'm gonna work on that, honestly. Let's sleep until day, and then let's go try to get some shroud spores. Hang on, I have multiple people who want to talk to me now. What's up?
Oi! The wind.
Hey!
Oh, a farmer?
Station.
And a
Whatever
carpenter.
it is, I can enchant it. I will pray for your safety.
Cinder vaults.
You're welcome.
Dude, I had to put it back in a 1920 by 1080 alley because there's no scaling. So I was like, I can't even read anything when it's at 2K or 4K resolution. So I had to put it back to 1920 by 1080. And then you get fuzzy resolution when you're playing on a big. I got a 32-inch 4K monitor that I just got, and I can't, Lotro does not like modern resolutions or scaling, and it's very frustrating. All right. Oh, do these chests respawn? What was that? That was creepy sounding. The chests do respawn. I don't know what's what in here. Oh shit, that was unexpected. I don't know what I need to harvest in here, so let's start with this. That's shroud water. Okay. What are these things? Active mycelium. Okay, so we definitely need those glowing blue things for sure. Oh, you only get one per, it looks like. Where did it go? It like disappeared. Maybe you don't get them every time? You don't? That's lame. Can I harvest it off the wall too? Hold up. Oh. Totally can. What counts as mycelium? Is it this mushroom looking shit? I'm guessing so. Active mycelium is the glowing blue stuff. And this is like normal mycelium. I know I needed it for something, but I don't remember what it was. I came down here for stuff. Oh, that's right. There is a bunch up there where the bad guys are. I didn't think about that. Well, I didn't know what it was. Now I do. So true. What did I come in here for? I don't remember. I'm old. Yeah, if I don't write shit down, I don't remember nothing. Alright, I better get out of here. Like I said, I don't remember what I came down here for, so. I think it was active mycelium. It was to make the magic chests, and I know part of it was the... Yeah, it was active mycelium and shroud spores. I have no memory of this place. Alright, I definitely need... go kill bad guys. I also need to find like a banshees, because I need those for like the armor. Sigil Ring of the Elder Guard. Sounds like a pretty awesome ring. Hello? Anybody else? My Google Calendar is my quest journal in real life. Like, I can't function without it. Literally can't. I have my taxes. By the way, today is tax day in Dune Awakening. I have to have everything on my Google. If it's not on my Google Calendar, it literally doesn't get done. Like, I forget everything that's not on my Google Calendar.